And welcome everyone to some soccer here at the Rowan campus, here at Rowan Soccer Lacrosse Complex, as the Philadelphia Ukraine National Liberty takes on the South Jersey Elite Barons. And a great matchup here, as I'm John Howard. Join me with is, of course, Shane, Alexa. And what do you think about coming into this matchup, looking in today?
Yeah, SJEB is going to have their hands full. Coming off, this is their first game of the season. Their opponent tied 3-3 against Monmouth University, so it's going to be a tough matchup for this squad.
And again, both of these teams are running a similar formation, a 4-3-3, and similar also as they are one of the midfielders is coming back to help that defense out a bit.
Yeah, most certainly. As we kind of talked about, this team really has a lot of depth. I'd like to see Adriana Pepe and Jillian Drum get involved early, those two midfielders.
Well, especially the three attackers. You got Naomi Nue and Liv McMaster and Summer Remit, who are the top three that are going to be leading the charge for the Barons. Of course, Barons are the home team. They will be wearing the color red, as the Liberty will be wearing the pink. And, of course, we have a full crew on today. Our three refs are here, as always. Hopefully we get a good game. Still, teams are right now still talking, getting their pre-game warm-up. And right now, something I want to quickly mention now, no goalie gloves coming out for the Liberty goalkeeper. Something a little strange, not something that you're used to seeing.
Yeah, definitely don't see that often from a lot of keepers.
Well, we're going to be a full-on 45 minutes right here to give you live coverage as the ref is about to blow his whistle as we get underway here at Rowan. SJEB will start off with the ball, as that was Clerkus. Passes in the back through the defense. And it's going to be interesting how well this press of Liberty is going to be.
Yeah, you'd like to see them get involved early, really press this SJEB team, not let them get involved early on in this ball game.
Again, right now, SJEB get the win here early out for the home fans. Again, still playing in the back is SJEB as they pass back, as that is Rhodes. Gives it to Clerkus. Clerkus now going up to midfield, gives it up to the attacker, number 9. Remit gives the through ball to the Nue in the corner, looking to find a cross. One-on-one with the defender. Crosses in the middle. Ball bounces. Remit shoots. Off the net. Off the post. And it's still in the 18-yard box. Number 10, McMaster still with it. And Liberty was able to get that one out, but they soon lose possession.
Yeah, great save there from the keeper, tipping it off the crossbar. As we talked about earlier, no keeper gloves, but that didn't stop her there. Great save there early on in this ballgame.
And I can only imagine, like, with fingertip saves, it's got to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, as a former keeper, that's what you want to do there. You want to push that ball over the top of the net. Luckily, got enough on it where she was able to push it over the bar and live to tell the tale.
As Barons will have the throw-in, nice deep throw-in. And then quickly lose possession as Liberty now going to go on and try to get a counter. Ashley Rhodes was soon able to recover it, and she's right now battling on the far corner. But Liberty is able to get it back, as that is number 20, Taylor Mays, who's on that corner, and now it's gone back and forth possession. No real team has yet to clearly gain full possession. Is Liberty now back on it, as Molly Kennedy was the one with the ball, and Liberty gets a throw-in. Again, first game for SJEB. This is their home opener and season opener. As again, the quick throw-in for SJEB, and ref's going to tell her to go back. As a ref myself, I've called that a few times. The players like to sneakily try to get a few more feet, but can't always allow that to happen. Gives a little bit too much of an advantage as SJEB, again, still trying to fight for the ball, try to get it out of their own half, as right now the press of Liberty is going quite noticed. I think that's 8, that's 6, I can't quite tell. The white on Nui going to take a shot, unable to get that one to land in the net as that goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, good job there from Nui. Starting that attack, a great through ball, got a little lucky on the deflection. Right place, right time, scoring opportunity for SJEB.
Second scoring opportunity already before even 5 minutes have passed. I also want to know who put the white numbers on a pink jersey. not the greatest. I love the jersey, but like put the black numbers on. That way you can see a little bit better. As the through ball comes in and Rhodes was able to clear that one away. Does it stay out? Is it gonna be? Yes, it's gonna be a corner for Liberty.
For either squad, gonna look here for Liberty to get a header on this ball, put it in the back of the net.
Liv McMaster's gonna run up with it up the field, gonna give it to.
Great through ball.
Great through ball for Neway. Neway's gonna have 2 players wide open, cross the box, shot, but it's saved. A wide opportunity for Barons and unable to capitalize.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot from a keeper. A nonchalant kick save there, almost didn't even. Usually you'll see it there where they'll kick out with their left or right leg.
And a through ball for Liberty. Kennedy, it's not Kennedy. It's going to be a corner, but back-to-back action. Taylor Mays was the one on the through ball, tried to get the goal, but great defending by Ashley Rhodes to get the corner out of it.
Yeah, another opportunity for this Liberty squad. Second corner of the game on the other side. A great job defensively from Liberty by the goalkeeper, keeping her squad in this game early with the kick save.
Liberty is going to take this corner. Comes into the box. The lofty one. Goalkeeper gets it, calls it, and grabs it. Great job from number 1, Chelsea Mohammed, and a way to command that box. Move up to the side, still going. Turns it back and going to pass it probably back to the defense. Still has it. Remit going to switch sides, but terrible pass. And it's going to go straight to Liberty. Liberty now on it, attacking it on their own and kind of just dumps that one right back to Muhammad.
Yeah, not necessarily a terrible pass there from SJEB. Just wrong place, wrong time was her teammate.
Remit now still with the ball, passing it to Mount. Mount with it. Mount going to find a teammate out on the wide defender, Stewart. And she's unable to get there as Liberty is going to have the throw in.
Yeah, good idea there from Stewart, making a run along the side of that right hash. Stewart, the captain of this squad, making something happen early on.
Lewis. Mount. Now passes it back to the keeper, Muhammad, as Barons decides to reset. Again, this Liberty press has been working out kind of well for them so far. As Remit's going to give it to Nui. Nui's going to have a nice through ball, gets around the goalkeeper, and it's a goal for Naomi Nui. And Barons are on the board already, 1-0.
Great job of avoiding the keeper there was Nui. Dribbling right around her with the left foot and banging it home for the 1-0 goal. SJEB on top early on.
Again, just an early start and a quick start, and honestly, Barron's been knocking on that door since the start, and they finally get that one to go in, and maybe the floodgates have fully opened.
I wouldn't necessarily say that at 1-0, but
you never know.
Yeah, Rogasti didn't necessarily come out of off her line as fast as I would have liked from her point of view. You'd like to see a keeper come off their line very fast there. Didn't necessarily do that. And without those, as we talked about earlier, without those keeper gloves, makes it a little more challenging to make the save.
It's Liberty now on the attacking end. See what they can do, if they can answer back. As a nice through ball, and Again, Rhodes, the leading defender of this Barron's team.
Yeah, she's done it all so far in this game.
Nahimwe. I keep saying that. Nahimwe. That's how to pronounce it. Number 4, Naomi Nahimwe. And you were saying that, you know, you would like to see her get off that line a little bit sooner. But kind of looked like she was about to, but kind of second-guessed herself there.
Yeah, as a keeper, that's a situation where you have to be sure of yourself, really come off your line strong, can't be hesitant. And unfortunately there, for the Ukrainian, she was.
And a great blocking from number 12, Jillian Drum, to give Mohammed the ball.
Yeah, Drum doing a good job of putting Mohammed in a good place there, boxing out the attacker and allowing Mohammed to scoop up that ball.
Mohammed takes it, and that's going to be a foul. I saw that straight away as McMaster commits the foul, pushing the back. I think that's going to be the easiest call that the ref's going to have to make all day. Kick comes in, and again, Rhodes is the one to clear it out. I feel like we're going to be calling her name a lot, especially in the defensive end. Naomi's got unable to get the through ball. Going to pass it back to their goalkeeper, who just kicks it off as pressure was coming from Barron's.
Yeah, good job there from Rodasti to clear that ball. I've been in that situation where a teammate passes you the ball as a keeper, and you just got to boot it away, and that's exactly what Rodasti did. Good awareness there from the goalkeeper.
Could have ended with another goal right there if she doesn't kick that out anytime sooner. But Liberty now back with the ball. Going to see if they can make their own counterattack, which they do have a nice through ball out. But again, just this Barron's defense is quickly able to get back as Stort. I'm saying that right, Stort. Clark is now with it. Remmett, back to Clarkus. Rhodes again, looking for the open player.
Yeah, one of the things I love so far out of this SJE build and have put their opposition in a bad spot early on in this ballgame.
Well, here's another situation Liberty's got to find themselves out of if they want to keep this game close. A great job keeping it out again, but Barron's again with possession and just knocking on the door. Remick going to go through the defense, unable to. Gets cleared, and it's going to be a Barron's throw-in.
Yeah, we've mentioned her name a lot, but Newie, the only high school member on this team, everybody else in college except for Newie, at the number 9 spot, also wearing number 4 on the day.
Well, she was the one to get the goals opening, and just an awkward punch from the goalie. Not something you usually see. I'm wondering if they're playing a field player out as goalie. She doesn't look as confident in that position.
Yeah, they certainly could be, but sometimes you'll like, as a keeper, you'll punch that ball out on a corner kick. That's exactly what Rodasti did, using her fist to punch that ball out. As you said, it was a bit awkward, but Rodasti getting the job done.
Now, EA gets the head to it, but straight for the keeper. And really, this defense has got to watch out for Naomi Nihiwe. Already with 1 goal, and she's got plenty of speed and just knows where to be at the right times. Liberty now with it. See what they can do with it. Another through ball, and just unable to get that first touch to go down, as now Lewis now has it, and it's going to give it to Muhammad. And now it's going to be Rhodes. Rhodes going to drive up, trying to find the long ball. And she does find the long ball to Remit. Remit now going to go inside the middle and going to find her midfielder.
There from SJEB. Execution, as you mentioned, wasn't there. But we've seen a lot of opportunities from this squad early on, and it's only a matter of time where another one goes in the back of the net.
Liberty really got to find an answer, or at least a deep. So through ball goes in, and Rhodes is going to give it back to Muhammad, and Molly Kennedy just unable to really do anything there. So we are already 15 minutes in. Unbelievable. And it's already 1-0 and plenty of opportunities from both sides.
Yeah, definitely. As we just saw there, Molly Kennedy looking to be on the end of that through ball. Couldn't get it done. Couldn't use her speed to get to that ball, unfortunately, for the Ukrainians. Here comes SJEB on another counter.
Stewart's going to try to cross one in. Unable to, and that's going to be, what are they going to call it? It's going to be a corner for the Barons. Off of number 2. Barons, I believe this is their first or second corner. I believe it might be their second corner. Could be wrong. Corner comes into the box. Naomi Nue is again the one to make the contact, but again, just around the net. Goal kick for Liberty.
Of the keeper, goal kick for the Ukrainians.
Ball comes in. Kennedy is the one to head it, but unable to gain it back. Mount now with it. Now McMaster going to give it Stewart. Long ball, unable to. Barons was able to clear that one out. Barons with it now as Drum is now with the ball. Gives it off to McMaster. McMaster going to the box and doesn't find Nuhiwe. As Liberty is going to try and get this one out of the box and try and recover from it, as they do. And they have their own little counterattack possibly in the making. It's Kennedy.
It's a good through ball.
Molly Kennedy unable to get there.
Yeah, Kennedy at the number 9 position early on in this ball game. Couldn't use her speed there to get onto that ball. Looking a little gassed there is Molly Kennedy. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a substitution at the number 9 spot for the Ukrainians. From experience, it's a lot of running at the number 9 spot, as well as the midfield position.
With that, as Nahiwe is now going to be the one to cross this one in. Or does she decide to go through? And she does try to cross one and gets a corner. Substitute still stays in the middle. Oh. Ref pointing out to the middle, and the substitute will come in. And I think you might be right with that call. As Kennedy is the one to come off. And I'm trying to see the number. Again, pink on white. Not the brightest. It is number 6, who is Beth Morgan. And Liberty Barons with the goal. Remist. Number 9, Summer Remist with the goal, and that was also number 6, Remy Chirkis on the assist there.
Yeah, right place, right time there for Remist. Not a lot of pressure by the Ukrainians defensively. Remist, right place, right time, as I said. Able to smash that ball right in the back of the net.
So I am looking up a little bit, and I'm seeing some dark clouds with some rain. So this might be playing a big factor for this game coming up. As Liberty is going to try to get a through ball to go through, but unable to, as Barons now is the one to get the throw in.
Yeah, good idea there from Mays, looking to find her teammate DeGeorge.
This Mount now with it. Going to pass it back to Lewis. Lewis going to pass it and try to give it to McMaster. Was likely the one to receive that. Lewis again goes back, gets the ball, and offsides is the call here as the sideline judge points up his flag, and quickly that attack goes nowhere.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Ukrainians. Finally getting a good quality opportunity. Besides from those corners that we saw earlier, the Ukrainians really haven't been able to get anything going on in this game. As SJEB regains possession.
Remis now with it. Going to come back and regather herself, who finds Rhodes. Ashley Rhodes going to move up to the midfield, going into the attacking third. Cherkis now with it. Going to find Remis. Flag stays down. She was on sides. And quickly loses possession as Liberty's now trying to get themselves out of this.
Teams talk, communicate with each other. For example, tell each other no turn. Players, you want to tell each other when to turn, when to not turn. If there's somebody on your back. Neither team has really done that early on in this game, and that's something I definitely like to see more of from both sides.
And we're going to get a corner for Barons. And again, last time they got a corner, that comes for the corners. Cross comes in into the box. One does not become as dangerous as most of the corners have been.
Yeah, so Rodasti will have a goal kick here for her squad, looking to regain possession.
Liberty takes it out. And again, 50-50 ball. Ref doesn't blow his whistle.
Yeah, I was talking about it a couple minutes ago. It's a gorgeous through ball there.
Beautiful through ball. And a beautiful pass as just unable to finish. It was Taylor Mays in the center. I think she's now playing the number 9 role.
SJEB goal scored by number 9, Summer Ryman.
Yeah, Mays is definitely going to want to have that one back. Hit it wrong, honestly, with the side of her foot. Usually want to hit that with the laces of your foot. Mays couldn't hammer that one home.
And I was wrong with the assist earlier. It was Adriana Pepe with the assist on that second goal. That's going to stay Barron's ball. Cherkis still with it, going to pass it back. Mount. Mount's got Lewis on the far end, gives it to Mount. Mount gives it to Lewis. My bad there. Pepe. Stewart. But again, just some great passing out from Barron. Eway. Going to have possession, going to give it to Stewart. Stewart's going to try and head it over to McMaster, but gives it to Radati.
This game has been played on the left side of the field. A good idea there from Newihe, looking to find Stewart on that right-hand side.
As another corner for Liberty. I'm looking at these clouds, and they look awfully rainy. Clouds if we can. But either way, trying to figure, I thought it was a corner. They might be saying there was a foul earlier.
No, it'll be a corner.
It'd be a corner. I don't know what the confusion was there. My only guess was that they thought it was a foul somewhere earlier. But here comes the corner. Muhammad has to flick it up, and it's a goal for Liberty as number 7, Alyssa.
Yeah, most certainly. Muhammad tipped that ball with the right hand, couldn't get enough on it, putting it towards the back post. And the Ukrainians able there to finish, as you said, make this more of a game, knotting it at 2-1.
As Barron's going to make I would say a whole hockey change. As they have the bench, they have the subs to do it. And we'll try to see who came on. As trying to see some of the players. And as number 11 comes on, Kennedy Edman. As Barons is the one to kick this one off. And I feel like we've all been told this. A 2-goal lead is a very dangerous lead. Because as soon as as soon as your opponent scores, it seems that all the momentum goes to your opponent. Let's see if that story tells true for this game. But it definitely seems Liberty has a little extra in the tank. I know it's only still the first half, but it kind of felt like they were playing a little bit slower compared to Barron's. Alyssa DeGeorge, but unable to get there. Edmund for 21. That is Kayla. I'm gonna try and best to pronounce that last name. Altaveno. How did they pronounce it? Number 21. But it's definitely gotten a little bit darker now. That daylight saving times yet, but as actually want to quickly mention there was a goalie change. I think that is their actual goalkeeper. I just noticed that. I think they had a field player. The goalkeeper showed up late. Is my guess. So have you ever showed up late?
I'm sure I have throughout my my soccer tenure. I'm sure I don't remember a time, and I'm sure there was one or two times where I've showed up late to a game.
Well, Barron's have a new challenge as they face a total different keeper in net, and one with gloves for the Barons. Barons now have the possession back. Once that goal got disallowed, but it should be 2-1. And bodies in the box and foul. And it's not going to be a peak penalty. It's going to go out for direct kick, and refs saying the subs can come on. But Barron's bringing in the chaos in that box. It's Peyton Radati. It's the one to kick this one away. Great header from Nicole Everett. And Liberty is soon to get that ball back, and they have their own counterattack. A nice through ball comes in. As Taylor is going to be open in the middle. It's number 18, Darren Savage, is on the play. Now Taylor. Rain is slightly coming in. I just saw a few raindrops. Savage unable to get through into the box, and it comes out for Barron's. So I'm going to try and put some of my stuff that makes sure none of it gets wet or soaked from the rain. This one's going to be into a wet grass field, are completely different aspects. 10 times faster than what some of these teams have to go through.
Yeah, with 12 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this, with 10 minutes to go in this first half.
Again, here we go. Here comes Barron's again, but again, just unable to get the pass connected just right. Hopefully this rain passes fast, but let's see how long it stays. Was hoping it wasn't going to rain. Comes another through ball, unable to get that one. Just been a great job from Liberty's defense since that goal to stop the through balls from coming. As the rain continues to pour here at Rowan, a soccer and lacrosse complex. Got 11 minutes and 20 seconds left of this first half. Scores 2-1 for the South Jersey Elite Barons as the through ball comes through it again, and I think this rain is starting to take effect on the field as that ball seems to be going a little bit faster than usual. And we're just gonna start putting the bags on the cameras, so hopefully you can still get a great view. But we'll bring you all the coverage here. And it's gonna be a throw in, and it's gonna go Elite's way, and Barons doesn't like the call. How many times did you not like a call that ref gave?
I'm sure there's been definitely some times throughout my my soccer tenure where I didn't like a call.
As it really comes down. Oh man, not good for our technology here. But again, you said that you've been a keeper yourself. How?
It's a lot faster usually than it is on grass, but especially when the ball is wet and the surface is wet, that ball is a million times faster.
As I'm gonna try and cover my bag as electronics are in there. Don't want them to get wet and ruined. But wind is also now playing a little bit of a factor here as the rain is now coming sideways. You're trying to bring you the best coverage in all sorts of weather. This is our first game ever working with SJEB as Ramet's going to have a through ball and unable to get in. A great job from the goalkeeper of Liberty. Really starting to wish they put us inside, though.
Yeah, as I talked about earlier, definitely a harder save from the keeper on a wet surface. Doing a good job being able to slide there, come out with strong hands, and made a great save for her squad.
I keep looking up at the sky, waiting to see some lightning strike, but it doesn't seem like to be thunder clouds, just rain clouds, and a whole lot of rain as it's still pouring. Liberty now on their own half now is a little bit of a back pass. Can't quite give you the names of the players as all the stuff has been kind of packed away. That way our stuff doesn't get ruined.
Call there from the referee.
And a goal kick for Liberty. As substitutes will be coming in for Liberty, of course. Two of them come in quite well. It gets into the faces, I would say, of Barron players. Comes a through ball. Is going to take a. I thought it was going to be a shot taken, but tries to give it a Rames. That's unable. Comes in the cross. Still onside. Cross into the box, and again, just a nice save from the keeper. Hopefully, there's a rainbow at the end of this tunnel for, well, all of us here, as the sun is really. And an unlucky bounce.
Done a good job of maintaining the possession. They've definitely won the possession game thus far in the first half. I'd like to see them do that in the second half. Obviously a 2-1 game, 3:09 to go. SJEB is going to have to maintain control of this ball game in order to gain their first victory of the young season.
Well, Liberty has already played their first game, and it was a 3-3 draw against Monmouth. But let's see, again, 2 goals coming in early. 1 goal coming from Naomi Nehewi, and coming in also from number 9, Remist. And then, of course, I believe it was, and then for Liberty, number 7, Alyssa DeGeorge, who scored. So, again, this was 2-0 earlier before, but Liberty has kept their nose in it. Balls left, right, and center, and that's going to be offside for Ramest, and I thought she was going to still take the shot, and I'm like, you don't want to do that. You might get yourself booked there.
Yeah, was
At least for the time being, hopefully. As Barron's now on themselves attack, comes the cross in the box. 5 gonna shoot, 5 gonna miss, and it's a goal kick for Liberty with a minute left in the first half.
Yeah, great opportunity there from SJEB to add on as the clock winds down to end off this first half. It's unclear if the referee will issue any extra time.
I don't think there's going to be, if there is going to be any extra time, it's not going to be much. As Liberty has their own own little attacking counter. Ref calls no foul. I don't think the George liked that call.
To end the first half is Muhammad in no rush.
The buzzer doesn't tell you to stop. It's the ref that tells you to stop, as ref is going to continue play, at least for now. As Liberty is going to have a throw in a dangerous place. Liberty still with it. And Barons now have their own counterattack coming up, possibly. Through ball comes in for 11. Thinks about it, goes back. Finds 22. And slips was number 11. Slipping was number 11. And again, passing in the back is Barons. Barons going to run up, number 7. Kennedy now with it for Liberty. Now it's number 5. I wonder how much extra time he's actually putting on. I didn't think it was going to be this much. It's Barons. Remis will now quickly gain possession and a possible quick cross, and quickly defended by Liberty. Kennedy now with it. 1-2, something you always like to see. And again, just spins outside the box, and I think that's what he's putting it as, and I think he made the right call right there.
Potentially make this a 3-1 ball game.
And you think this might be the finals. 2 right back. this up? Okay, thank you. Trasmos. I'm ready whenever. Elite Barons have Liberty has been on the trailing end of this. And close 50-50 action, and very slow to get up as a Liberty player. And she seems to be in some pain as the ref calls her in. Again, gonna go straight to one of our sponsors here. Carrie Davis Photography, the premier photographer for your family's portraits on the beach. Servicing most beaches in Atlantic and Cape May counties. Visit www.carriedavisphotography.com to find more information. Of course, if you're in the Ocean City, if you're listening here in Ocean City though, Ocean City Financial Group offers financial planning and investment management to help you put the ball in the net. We help people retire. Call Mark Remmett, certified financial planner at 609-814-1100 or go to oceancityfinancialgroup.com.
Yeah, good to see Bella Brown there get up. Looked like she may have hit her head, unfortunately, on the surface. As I mentioned, good to see her able to walk it off.
And again, when these teams started out, it was both of them are in a 4-3-3 when we first started out. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay in that formation or something might have changed in that formation.
Yeah, usually those teams, coaches like to stick to their formation once they make
PV, team sheet whatsoever. So, fortunately, can't find your name. South Jersey, Barons on the attack. Barons, Remest on a breakaway. Passes it back. Cherkis goes to the center. Noewi was in the center but unable to get to her. It's 2-1. And a foul coming in, a challenge in the back, and ref, as soon as I called it himself. Again, 41 minutes left in this second half as Barons leads this 2-1. Both goals, well, one goal coming from Naomi Nuewi and Summer Remmett, and of course, the other one coming from Alyssa DeGeorge for Liberty. And it's going to be a corner for the Barons. And a nice little free kick set routine the Barons had set for them.
Yeah, good job from Stort there, able to get a shot off, forcing a corner for her squad. Looking to add on.
It's Adriana Pepe. He's going to be the one to take this corner. Cross comes in. Liberty able to still keep it into the box, but tries to clear it out, and they finally clear it out. But Lewis is able to collect it and start their own attack again for the Barons. Comes again. They like passing in the back. Try to break down this Liberty defense one way or another. And that's McMaster. McMaster in some trouble. A 2-on-1, and that's still going to stay Baron ball as the throw-in as Stewart comes in to take this throw on to throw. It's going to be a long throw-in into the box where Noewi's in there. Noewi's going to cross it in the box. Barron with a shot blocked, still with another chance. Shot off the post, and that's going to go out of the stadium.
Yeah, right off the bar. Nawihe doing a great job of finding an open teammate. Unfortunately, hit it right off the crossbar.
As Lewis was the one to intercept that one. Again, glad you joined us. I'm John Hollywood, and with me is, of course,
Shane Alexa.
I'm just letting you introduce yourself. I thought I'd be nice. I don't want to take all your speaking time. but But going into this second half, though, what do you think are some going into this second half, though? What do you think are some of the changes that Liberty needs to do to get maybe a goal and maybe even try to win this game?
Yeah, they're going to have to be a lot more aggressive. They were fairly aggressive defensively. Haven't really seen.
It's going to maybe cut in. Does she? It's going to maybe cut in. Does she? Tries to cross, gets a corner out of it, though. Liberty's corner it is as number, trying to see the number 5, Ava DeGeorge. The sisters, of course. Ava DeGeorge is going to cut this one in, puts in the cross. Ball comes in, and what a save by Chelsea Muhammad. It's not Chelsea Muhammad, it's actually, give me a minute, it's their backup keeper, Emery Wagner. A great punt, nearly gets past the defender, and a breakaway from Remest. Out with it. Lewis. To McMaster. McMaster under pressure from Peeve. Nwewe. Drum.
Good job being able to switch the field.
Chicas now maybe thinks about the shot, tries to give it to McMaster and just unable to really get that one going.
Yes, Stewart and McMaster on the right-hand side have been really, really efficient for SJB.
Nwewe now with a chance. Nwewe takes a shot with her left foot. Unable to get that one to go down as the foul is committed from Liberty. As Drum is kind of slow to get up. Saw her limping before the ref called the foul. Hopefully she's all right.
Yeah, Drum looks to be all right there, creating a good opportunity, though, for her squad with a free kick.
Again, another dangerous free kick as Drum is still checking on her ankle or foot. Stewart, it's a short free kick. Now comes in the cross. 5 red shirts in the box, and what a save by Rodas! Keeps Liberty hopes alive.
A great save there, diving to her left-hand side, getting both hands on that ball. Sometimes as a keeper, you'll have to only get one hand on that ball, but doing a great job there, getting 2 hands on the ball, making sure, pushing that ball towards the left of the goal.
Pepe with the corner, and it's bumbling around. That's not something you want, and able to clear it out is Liberty. Checkus passes it to Drum. Drum now with it. Drum passes it back to Rhodes. Rhodes now to check it. Chickus. Rhodes going to go on her own, take on one-on-one, and try to pass it back. And the call is as now Taylor Mays is now the one to GB ball.
Yeah, Rhodes has done a good job, obviously defensively, but offensively as well. She's made a lot of good runs out of the back, obviously playing left center back in this ball game, as no foul is called there. Ref says play on.
For Ava DeGeorge, and has gonna go straight.
Some sort of offense for her squad. She gains possession right back.
McMaster now with it, of course. Pepe. Gonna try and find someone as she can. She does on a nice wide open through ball. Check us get there. She does. And now she's gonna cross this one into the center of the box. Just a little too far for anyone to go get. And Liberty's gonna clear this one away, but it's still in a dangerous area, and Liberty's in a little bit of danger themselves of giving that ball back, but they seem to settle down.
Yeah, Pepe, a gorgeous ball for Cherkis down the left-hand side. Cherkis being able to use her speed, getting to that ball and creating an opportunity, unfortunately unable to capitalize.
As Liberty now going on the attack, Georgia passes it back. And now Taylor Mays is going to cross that one in and doesn't find anyone. Comes through ball. McMaster. Again, you can just hear the talking. And a foul was called as McMaster was slightly pushed in the back. Ref's going to call that one. Not too feisty from any of the teams. Nothing too serious. No, not too many serious challenges, you'd say.
Yeah, definitely been a fairly clean game so far. Had a couple fouls in the first half, but the ref's whistle has been relatively silent, which is a good thing. You want to let these players play in a game like this. First game of the season for SJEB, second for the opposition. Like to see the referee let these girls play, and he's certainly done that.
And I was about to say too, I mean, the fouls that he's been calling are, you know, fouls that you should be calling every day of the week, and he's let the 50-50 ones let them play out. And I've also seen him with a late whistle playing the advantage too, which I also like. As Churka is going to be the one that's getting inside the box, going to take a shot, and it's out wide. It hits the side netting. And that's going to be a goal kick from Liberty. I thought that might have went in somehow, snuckily into the inside. Liberty going to kick this one away for a goal kick. And as soon as they kick it away, Barons is just right back on it. Liberty's got to find something, and something quick and soon, because I'm sensing another Barons goal.
Yeah, it's definitely the name of the game here for SJEB. Keeping possession, not allowing the opposition to regain possession. That's exactly what they've done to start off this second half.
And as soon as you mentioned that, they gain themselves a corner. A little bit of mistake from the Liberty defender.
FC fans, WPSL player post-sell players. Line up at the table for the
The commentator's jinx.
Yeah, Pepe unfortunately couldn't put enough on that. Just put that one behind the...
While the goal kick was happening. I don't think you're allowed to do that. But either way, play still continues. And unable, just a little too high for number 6, Remy Churkas.
Yeah, good idea there.
Again, Emery Wegner is the new goalie for this second. Emery Wegner is the new goalie for the second half for SJEB. Casey did
On keeping her squad in this game.
Well, not to mention, you mentioned quality saves. I got to give it up to Liberty's goalie, Rattati, who's been keeping her team in this match. I mean, there's been a couple times where those could have easily been, you know, 3 or 4-1. So Liberty comes now back, trying to get their own attack going. Again, that's Brown back into the game. Glad to see her back in, as she came out for an injury. Glad to see her back in. Brown gonna 2-on-1 and really couldn't do anything with that. And presses right back, and she might be able to get a corner out of this. And I'm gonna be proven wrong, as the AR calls goal kick in the ref.
You know, I'm just trying to do a little bit too much with the left. 24.
It's still anyone's game, as Barons and Liberty both make substitutions. But seeing as of right now, I kind of who's given up possession, and as soon as I say that, it's back to Barons' ball. The press again working wonders for.
So SJEB has a throw.
Both DeGeorge players passing it back to each number 8. Again, unfortunately, we don't have that player on our team on our sheet.
Season Now in this second half plus extra time.
Well, we've talked about this how just hired yesterday. While it was newly they press and gain quickly. They press and gain quickly, getting back that.
Only so much time on the clock.
Little push. Ref doesn't say. Says there wasn't enough, and that ball's going to go out, and Barron's throwing.
Yeah, I talked about it in the open, but Noehi, the only high school player on this team going to Brown University next year. Noehi really doing it all offensively and defensively in this game. As she looks to create another opportunity for us.
Ball comes in, no offsides. As the George now with it with Liberty. And if you're Liberty, kind of breathing a sigh of relief as the bombardment from Barron's has been nonstop. As they head up themselves, Malone trying to go through the center, but unable to. It gets quickly stopped. Lewis finds a beautiful ball, but unable was Kennedy Edgem.
Yeah, Malone's definitely going to want to have that one back. Had an opportunity there to create some separation. Just too big of a touch there, creating an opportunity for the defender to win that ball back for SJEB, and that's what they did.
Again, 17 minutes left in the second half. SJEB leads this 2-1. Goal scorers, of course, have been number 4, Noehi, thank you. And, of course, number 9, Summer Remit. And then, of course, for Liberty has been one of the George sisters, Alyssa DeGeorge. All 3 goals, of course, were in the first half. We've remained scoreless in the second, but Barron's has been knocking on Liberty's door for quite some time. But Liberty might have a chance right play, and Barron's will have the ball. As I think ref's gonna call the sub over. Yes, he is. He's gonna call the sub over. Again, just 15 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second half. Liberty's down by 1, needing a goal to go into extra time. So, see how that goes. Of course, they tied their first game against Monmouth 3-3. Fouls committed there, as I thought it was going to be a nice quick free kick from Liberty, but it's not going to be.
Now, in this type of situation, you want to take your time from Liberty. You have a scoring chance here, 15 minutes to go. Definitely don't want to rush this type of situation.
Beautiful ball comes in. Just no one in the box, and possible handball. Ref doesn't say. I think that was a close one. That was something to maybe, if we had VAR, something to look at again. But either way, we do not, and Liberty still 1 goal down. Through ball comes in. Taylor May, goalkeeper, comes out, and a great choice that was. But that ball does go out, though. And again, we've talked about, as a keeper, you need to come out. And again, the second half keeper, Emery Bergner, has done an excellent job. Sorry, Wegner.
Yeah, I believe that's what Jenner in goal. She's actually done a very, very good job, as you talked about earlier, of being aggressive, coming off her line, doing a great job, as we just saw there. Not being hesitant, coming off her line strong, and doing a great job of clearing that ball out of danger's way.
Barron with the ball. So that's number 7. Barron's now on it there. It's a wide open. I believe number 11, Kennedy Ederman. Dropped it down and let it bounce to her feet, but unable to. As Ederman's going to have that second chance maybe, as that touch doesn't just quite go well for her. It's Liberty. Going to mess up that one. That ball was rolling out slowly, and DeGeorge kind of just watched it go out. Barron's again, and that's going to be a goal kick for Liberty. 12 minutes left in the second half. Barron's now still lead this 2-1. Again, I'm John Hallwood. Of course, with me is Shane Alexa. As that ball goes out, it's going to stay Liberty ball. You kind of wonder how the turf is dealing with right now from that first half rain shower that we had, and how much that's still playing a part into this game.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make that much of an impact with only 10 minutes left in this ball game, but as we saw there, a good through ball opportunity there from Liberty.
As a former keeper myself, I got
Turf was a lot faster, so I'm going to say turf, just because the ball was a lot faster. It was able to, easier for me to keep track of.
agree with that. I mean, I've played team. Get those up. This cross going to be taken by number 15 for Barron's, as that ball just goes, X's out of the 18, who crosses it in a very dangerous cross. And
yeah, that was Sam Alonis on the right-hand side, doing a good job of creating an opportunity there, crossing that ball into the box, as that's Nawahi.
And Nawahi, oh, dangerous. Just unable to finish that one off.
Yeah, at first glance, I thought she may have been offsides there, but a great set of skill there from Nawahi to use her right foot, do a little bit of a quick turn.
And Pepe now with it. Pepe's going to go outside and try and look for the player outside. It's going to cross it in. Goes inside the box, takes a shot, deflected. And it's going to be a goal kick. I thought that hit off a Liberty play. Again, just 8 minutes in the second half, and Liberty's chances are running thin.
Reliable option in this game to create some sort of opportunity. They've had 3 or 4 good quality chances off the counterattack. Haven't really been able to win the possession game. SJEB's done a great job of winning that thus far.
Apparently they're there from DeGeorge, unable to get that one to go
from the sisters. As I mentioned earlier, the sisters are going to be key if Liberty wants to even this match up at 2 apiece.
Well, ref blows his whistle first half. How much, we don't know. Only the ref does. And usually I don't give out too much extra time as a ref. Depends on the situation, though. Pepe passes it back. And Barron's now on its counterattack themselves. What can they do with this? They slow it down. Cross in the center. Remissed. Misses that one. Naomi Nai misses one defender. Takes a shot with her right foot inside. Takes another shot. That one finally goes in. Hits off the keeper's hands, but still power enough to get in the back of the net. As I believe that was number 10, Liv McMaster.
Yeah, McMaster's been all over the field, especially on that right-hand side. Nawahi doing a great job creating separation, unfortunately couldn't get her own shot to go, but creating a good rebound, for McMaster, and McMaster able to bang that one home, making it a 3-1 game here in Glassboro, New Jersey, with 5 minutes plus extra time.
And that's surely really, you got to think, has probably really is the nail in the coffin for Liberty. I don't really see them coming back from this.
Yeah, we'll never say never.
That is true. Never say never. We've seen stranger things happen. I mean, we've seen it in professional leagues all the time. But
Yeah,
I'll save it. How about that? As ref is going to blow her whistle, McMaster. A great sportsmanship between the two players right there.
Yeah, in order for Liberty to crawl back into this game, as I've said before, the sisters are going to be key. They've been key all game long.
It's Taylor Mays. McGeorge going to try and find her sister. Let's give her a nice through ball. McGeorge unable to get there, but it is going to be a throw-in, though, for Liberty.
SJEB FC goal scored by number 10, Olivia McMaster.
And as soon as Barons gains possession, and Liberty is able to take it right back.
Quick throw here from Liberty, trying to make something happen.
To George, trying to press. From. As that is McMaster, the more recent goal scorer. Is going to pass it back.
Yeah, SJEB a little bit to the left-hand side.
Barons now just trying to finish this game out and keep. Liberty crosses this one out, but it's, again, Alyssa Rhodes. It's the one to grab it in. Handball is the call. Again,
The play, and they've certainly
seconds. This for the. There's going to be a quick counterattack. I didn't want to say it just yet. Of course, Women of the Match is brought to you by Bank has helped the people or purchase a new one. Newfield National Bank has experienced. If you are looking for a local bank with representatives that care about you, Newfield National Bank is here to serve you. Newfield National Bank. We are bank. One last goal to the just make this look like a lot of a closer one, but it's really been, I feel like
we're putting on a great match for these fans here in Glassboro, New Jersey. Looking to add on here is
Drum.
SJEB.
Now Drum with it. Drum one on chance. Drum got
To her tally, keeping this game at 3-1.
and again goal difference does play.
This game at 3-1.
And again goal difference does play. Will eventually play a fact. Doesn't take it. Pepe kicked out by Liberty. Surely this is probably some of the last kicks of the game as
Tied 3-3 to Monmouth. Tied 3-3 to Monmouth. Long season.
well, with the start they have right now, South Jersey Elite Barons would move up to at least, would move up to second actually, compared to goal difference. And I've mentioned before, goal difference does matter, as they will be right behind Ospreys, who also have 3 points and have only played one game, but the goal difference, again, is a matter of 3-2. But again, any final thoughts you want to mention before we head off?
No, SJEB obviously winning this with a score of 3-1. That'll do it. I'm Shane Alex alongside John Hollywood. SJEB winning this with a final score of 3-1.